Hey guys, welcome back to FAQ Friday with myself and my lovely wife,
Adela.
Yeah, I forgot her name. No, I was just playing. Hey, but I appreciate you guys jumping back on with us on this Friday. And we have a very interesting topic
Sorry.
that I want to kind of go over with you guys. And here's the topic. Tax now or tax later, which is better, right? Tax deferred or tax free or tax exempt.
Right.
Which is better, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's a great topic, right? Because we get this asked a lot.
Yeah.
Which is better, and it really depends, right? It's kind of like if you were the farmer, would you rather pay taxes on the seed, or would you rather pay on the harvest?
Yeah.
Right, and it really depends. So tell me a little bit more, Aaron. Why?
So that's a trick question, right? Because there really is no better when it comes to tax now or tax later. Now, when you think about it, you're like, yeah, when I go to retire, I don't want to have to pay taxes. Well, but what if you make a good amount of money while you're working and Uncle Sam's just hitting you with taxes every single year? You need help with taxes today, right? And so that's why Adela said we get asked this a lot because, man, we get a lot of times people don't really understand the benefits of both. They're both beneficial to your retirement game plan.
Right.
So we'll get clients that do really well financially and they're like, man, Ariel, I am paying 10 grand a year to Uncle Sam every time I file. Obviously, that person needs tax strategies today, right? And so then what do you do for them in that case?
Yeah. So you lower the taxable liability, right? So every year you have a tax liability. So do paycheck analysis, if you have an IRA or if you have a 401k through your employer, utilizing those platforms, right? But you still got to pay money when you retire in those products or in that specific plan. So you have to keep that in mind, right? Then you have the other side of the coin where you need different strategies for tax-free, right? Or tax exempt or tax never.
So hold on. You're saying to backpedal a little bit because you kind of lost me, right? So what you do is you can help people, show them how to properly fund a 401k, which lowers their tax liability, properly fund an IRA account that lowers their tax liability.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because they're able to pay themselves instead of just giving that money away to Uncle Sam. Because I think what we find is that most people that are paying taxes at the end of the year, they're not properly funding their retirement accounts, right?
That's true.
Yeah. And so to us, that's a huge deal because I'm like, you're going to have to pay that money somewhere. Why not just pay yourself by properly funding your 401k or properly funding your IRA account?
Right.
But the caveat is what? When
you still got to pay taxes.
You still got to pay taxes at retirement. So if you're 65 years old and you're ready to retire, you got to pay taxes on that money because you got the tax break today.
Exactly.
Right? So then how about tax-free?
So tax-free, there's a couple areas that you can save tax-free. That's when you get your gross, right? All the taxes are taken out. Then that net, what you bring home, is now can be utilized to save in a tax-free account, such as the most common one people know is a Roth IRA, right? But there's also phase-out limitations to that.
Phase-out limits means you make too much money, Uncle Sam. Because of what you make, Uncle Sam won't even let you open up a Roth IRA.
That's right. So if you make to that point, then you can't contribute into a Roth. So then what other areas can I save?
Well, what Adele and I do is for simple terms, we save in a plan that is like a Roth IRA on steroids.
That's right.
Right? It's called a 7702 plan. It allows us to put money away tax-free. It'll grow tax-free. I can take it out tax-free. And I don't have to be 59 and a half to start using it for retirement.
Sure.
So we can go into more detail on that later, but just understand that it is important to also save tax-free. So that way, because here's the big question. Do you or do we know how high taxes are going to be 20 years from now?
That's right.
I have no idea.
No one has a crystal ball.
All I know, I'm sorry, baby. All I know is that the way people are printing out money right now, I don't care which side you vote on, but the way money is being printed out right now, I would just have to assume taxes are going to have to be higher.
That's right. Yeah. And that's the biggest concern, right? Is it better to pay taxes today or taxes later?
Yeah.
So it all depends.
So the biggest thing is to do this. Sit down with us. We'll go over your game plan. We'll see what your taxes look like today. Not file them for us. No, we don't do taxes. We show you how to pay Uncle Sam less legally.
Right.
Right. With his programs, making sure that you are funding your retirement accounts properly, but then also make sure that you are saving in some type of a way where it's going to be tax-free in the future. So when you go to retire, you have some money that's going to be tax deferred. You have some money you're going to be pulling from that's going to be tax-free.
Right.
And hopefully we can use one as a hedge against the other. But that's the difference of sit down with us, get a properly funded, properly placed retirement game plan to make sure that at least you're on track to be able to retire the way you want to retire.
That's right. And you want to create multiple streams of income, ideally, right?
Yeah.
And you want to utilize what, like Ariel said, those programs that are out there, because the government gives you incentives to save. So again, if this information was useful, if you want more information, DM us. You can reach us at 661-636-6862 or
go to our website, www.arrivefinancialservices with an S at the end.com, or find us on YouTube at Arrive Financial, and we can put some information in your hands and at least point you in the right direction.
Right.
But if nothing else, answer the question for you. Is it better to pay taxes now, or is it better to pay taxes later?
Sorry.
All right, you guys have a great day.